The mind. It is either your biggest enemy, a relentless current pulling you into chaos, or your greatest tool, a sturdy rudder guiding your ship. You decide. Most people awaken, and their mind is already in command, a runaway chariot pulling them into worry, distractions, overthinking, and doubt before the day even begins. And that, my friends, is why they remain stuck. Imagine a beautiful garden meant to be a sanctuary of peace and growth. But instead of cultivating it, we allow weeds to grow wild, choking out the vibrant flowers and fruitful trees. That is what an untended mind becomes, a place of disarray, not delight. Because if you do not take control of your mind, it will keep leading you in the wrong direction. It will whisper insidious excuses like a siren's song, pulling you toward comfort zones that offer no real solace. It will search for the path of least resistance, keeping you small and contained. It will tirelessly repeat the same fear-based stories, the same self-limiting beliefs that held you back yesterday and the day before that. It's like being tethered to a wild horse, dragged along paths you never intended to travel, constantly reacting to its whims, never truly steering your own course. But once you learn how to command your mind, truly command it, with the unwavering resolve of a seasoned captain guiding his ship through a stormy sea, everything begins to shift. The chains of reaction fall away. You cease wasting precious energy on what doesn't serve you, like water endlessly flowing into a leaky bucket. You begin making clear, intentional choices, each one a deliberate stroke toward your desired destination. You move with purpose, like a mighty river carving its path to the boundless sea, unstoppable and clear. This isn't just about feeling better, it's about being better, about unlocking a profound inner strength that radiates outward into every facet of your life. In this video, we will embark on a transformative journey, step by measured step, to reclaim that vital control over your inner world. Think of it as building an unshakable fortress within yourself, a sanctuary impervious to the chaos outside. You will learn not just how to think with greater precision, but how to focus deeper, like a laser beam cutting through confusion, and how to remain profoundly grounded, like an ancient oak tree, no matter the turbulent currents swirling around you. This isn't about fleeting trends or empty promises that fade with the morning dew. This is about building the bedrock of mental strength that real, lasting success genuinely demands. It is a strength forged in the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, a philosophy that has guided great minds for centuries, helping them navigate life's most formidable challenges with grace and resilience. We'll delve into practical strategies, ancient insights made profoundly relevant for our modern lives that will empower you to reshape your thoughts, manage your emotions, and direct your actions with unparalleled clarity. This journey is about cultivating inner peace, unshakable confidence, and profound happiness, not as fleeting moments, but as a consistent state of being. And for those eager to continue this exploration, to deepen their understanding, and to truly fortify their minds for a life of greater peace and purpose, I invite you to join our growing community. Subscribe to the Stoic Philosophy YouTube channel right now. By doing so, you'll gain access to more videos designed to equip you with the mental tools needed to face any challenge, to find calm amidst the storm, and to build a life where your mind is your greatest ally, always steering you towards strength, serenity, and fulfillment. Your journey toward a more powerful, peaceful, and happy mind begins here, and it continues with us. Consider this. If your mind is a garden, what are you allowing to grow within its sacred confines? Are you meticulously tending to seeds of purpose and tranquility, or are you permitting thorny weeds of worry, doubt, and distraction to proliferate unchecked? Most individuals, sadly, never truly contemplate what they think about. Their minds run wild all day, a restless, untamed beast jumping from one useless thought to the next, like a frantic bird flitting aimlessly between barren branches, never finding a place to build a secure nest. They spend countless hours, indeed countless days, worrying about things that don't truly matter, dissecting what other people are doing or saying, and relentlessly repeating the same fear-based narratives, the same self-limiting stories, over and over again. It's an exhausting, fruitless cycle. Imagine trying to navigate a dense, unfamiliar forest without a compass or map, simply letting the terrain pull you in whatever direction seems easiest at the moment. That's precisely how many of us go through our lives, letting our minds drag us around like a leash, constantly reacting to every external stimulus, every fleeting thought, every emotional surge. And then, at the end of a long day, a long week, a long year, they wonder why they feel depleted, why they never truly feel strong, why clarity and confidence seem perpetually out of reach. It's a profound disconnect, isn't it? Because if your mind, your internal sanctuary, is continuously filled with elements that weaken you, that pull you down, that sow seeds of anxiety and despair, how can you ever expect to feel truly powerful, truly free, truly capable of building the life you envision? This, dear listener, is the fundamental challenge we face in our modern world, a challenge amplified by constant connectivity and an endless stream of information. Our minds, though powerful beyond measure, are constantly bombarded, seeking external validation, chasing fleeting pleasures, and reacting to perceived threats. We're wired for survival. But in our current environment, that wiring can often lead to overthinking, to dwelling on negatives, to a perpetual state of mental unrest. The Stoics understood this innate human tendency thousands of years ago. They recognized that the greatest battleground is not outside ourselves, but within. The real enemy isn't external circumstances, but the internal chaos we allow to fester. Think of the sheer amount of mental energy we expend on things utterly beyond our control. The weather, the opinions of strangers, past mistakes that cannot be undone, future events that may never come to pass. This isn't just wasted energy, it's destructive energy. It siphons away our vitality, leaving us drained and incapable of focusing on what can be changed, what is within our sphere of influence. This mental scattering prevents us from making clear decisions, from acting with purpose, from cultivating the inner resilience needed to thrive amidst life's inevitable setbacks. It's like trying to fill a bucket with water when the bottom is riddled with holes. No matter how much effort you put in, the valuable resource just leaks away. The insidious nature of this problem lies in its subtlety. It's not usually one grand, catastrophic mental failure. Instead, it's 1,000 tiny concessions, 1,000,000 small moments where we allow our minds to drift, to entertain useless thoughts, to chase distractions. It's the moment we pick up our phone just for a second and lose 20 minutes to endless scrolling. It's the casual complaint that spirals into a full-blown rumination session. It's the small fear that blossoms into overwhelming anxiety because we've given it too much mental real estate. These seemingly minor drifts over time accumulate into a profound lack of direction, a sense of being perpetually overwhelmed and perpetually behind. The Stoic masters taught us that the world is inherently indifferent to our desires. It will throw challenges, temptations, and distractions our way without a second thought. But our response to these external forces, our internal disposition, our mental framework, that is entirely within our control. The problem arises when we abdicate this control, when we allow external noise and internal chatter to dictate our state of being. We become like leaves in the wind, blown this way and that, rather than rooted trees standing firm against the storm. This, my friends, is the fundamental challenge we face: to tame the unruly current of our inner world, to cultivate a mind that serves us rather than enslaves us, and to reclaim our inherent power to choose our thoughts and thereby choose our destiny. Mastering your inner citadel. The path to a life of purpose and peace isn't found in external circumstances, but in the disciplined cultivation of your inner world. The ancient Stoics understood this profound truth. While we cannot always control what happens to us, we always control how we respond. This fundamental principle is the cornerstone of true freedom and lasting success. Our journey through the mind, therefore, begins with a series of deliberate practices designed to transform your thoughts from unruly masters into steadfast allies. We'll explore the core tenets of Stoic mental discipline, breaking down abstract philosophy into actionable steps. Each section will guide you through powerful techniques to identify, challenge, and redirect the mental habits that hold you back, replacing them with a framework of clarity, resilience, and intentional action. This isn't about mere positive thinking, but about strategic, practical thinking that aligns your inner landscape with your highest aspirations. By mastering these principles, you will build an unshakable inner citadel, a fortress of the mind capable of withstanding any external storm. Let's begin the work of truly owning our thoughts. Principle 1. Command your mind. Stop chasing useless thoughts. If you truly desire to succeed, you must become serious about one thing above all: your mind. That is where all meaningful change begins. Success doesn't start with a job or a bank account, or even with talent or connections. It begins with how you manage your thoughts. If your mind is out of control, your life will inevitably follow. It's like trying to pilot a ship when the rudder is broken. No matter how grand your destination, you'll be at the mercy of every current and gust of wind. So today, you must make a profound decision: to command your mind. Not merely talk to it, not just hope it listens, but to command it, with the unwavering resolve of a seasoned captain guiding his vessel through a tumultuous sea. Most people never truly contemplate what they think about. Their minds run wild all day, jumping from one useless thought to the next, like a restless bird flitting aimlessly between barren branches, never finding a secure place to build a nest. They spend countless hours worrying about things that don't truly matter, dissecting what other people are doing or saying, and relentlessly repeating the same fear-based narratives, the same self-limiting stories, over and over again. They drift through their days, allowing their minds to drag them around like a leash, perpetually reacting, never truly steering their own course. And then, at the end of a long day, they wonder why they feel depleted, why they never truly feel strong, why clarity and confidence seem perpetually out of reach. But if your mind, your internal sanctuary, is continuously filled with elements that weaken you, that pull you down, that sow seeds of anxiety and despair, how can you ever expect to feel truly powerful, truly free, truly capable of building the life you envision? You have to stop that chaotic cycle. You must wake up each morning and take control before your mind runs off with nonsense. This means you start your day by choosing what deserves your attention. Not everything deserves your precious time. Not every thought deserves a seat at the table of your consciousness. Some thoughts show up simply to drain you, to make you feel small, to whisper doubts in your ear. You must learn to recognize them for what they are, mere suggestions, not inescapable truths, and swiftly push them out like weeding a garden. See, your brain is an incredibly powerful machine. It will do whatever it's been trained to do. If it's been trained to chase distractions, it will chase distractions relentlessly. If it's been trained to react emotionally to small problems, it will do that all day, every day, turning molehills into mountains. But if you train it to focus on your goals, your values, and your highest priorities, then it will start working for you instead of against you, becoming your most loyal and efficient ally. But you don't train your mind once and then forget about it. You train it daily. You guide it, you correct it, and you don't let it wander without your express permission. When a thought comes up that doesn't serve you, pause, breathe, and calmly say, "This isn't helping me. This isn't leading me forward. This is wasting my energy." Then, gently but firmly, shift your focus. Replace it with something useful, something practical, something that reminds you of what matters right now. This isn't about forced, positive thinking for its own sake, but about disciplined, practical thinking, the kind that is focused, grounded, and aligned with your purpose. That's what discipline truly is. It's not just about doing the work, but about thinking the right way. Discipline starts in the mind. You can't expect yourself to take smart, deliberate actions if your head is full of noise, like a bustling marketplace. You've got to clear that space, create room for strength, not weakness, create room for clarity, not confusion. There are thoughts that move you forward like a strong tailwind, and there are thoughts that hold you in place like an invisible tether. There are thoughts that feed growth and thoughts that drain it, leaving you feeling empty. You've got to be wise enough to know the difference and strong enough to consistently choose the right ones every single day. So, how do you cultivate this profound mental mastery? First, become acutely aware. Pay keen attention to where your thoughts go during the day. Notice what keeps popping up, what recurs like a broken record. Notice what makes you feel tired, what makes you feel lost, what makes you feel anxious or deflated. That is the mental clutter, the emotional baggage that needs to go. If it doesn't make you stronger, if it doesn't serve your highest purpose, it doesn't belong. If it doesn't help you grow, it's actively holding you back. Second, create structure. Don't let your mind wander aimlessly all day with no direction, like a ship adrift without a compass. Give it something concrete to focus on. Write down your top priorities. Articulate your most important goals. Give your mind a clear, compelling list of things to come back to, a mental anchor when it starts drifting toward the trivial or the detrimental. The mind needs anchors. Otherwise, it will ceaselessly chase whatever fleeting sensation or idea it encounters next. Third, stop feeding your mind with junk. Just as your body becomes weak and sluggish from a diet of bad food, your mind becomes weak and unfocused from bad input. If all you do is endlessly scroll through trivial content and consume sensational nonsense, your brain will inevitably start to believe that nonsense is important, that drama is engaging, that distraction is the default. Be smarter than that. Be the gatekeeper of your consciousness. Choose with discerning wisdom what you watch, who you listen to, what you allow into the sacred space of your head. Your mind is your inner sanctuary. Guard it fiercely, like the most valuable treasure you possess. Fourth, build strong mental habits. Just like brushing your teeth or exercising your body, mental discipline needs consistent repetition to become second nature. Start small. Begin with 5 minutes a day of focused thought. Sit quietly and intentionally with your goals. Ask yourself, what matters most right now? Train your mind to return to this clarity, to this intentional focus. Over time, you'll notice it gets easier, it gets sharper. You'll stop chasing what doesn't matter. You'll start letting go of distractions more quickly, and you'll stop letting them run the show of your day. This is the quiet power of consistency. Fifth, and crucially, challenge your thinking. Do not blindly believe every thought that shows up in your head. Some of them are based on irrational fear. Some are distorted echoes from your past failures. Some are just plain wrong, mere mental noise. Ask yourself, with objective detachment, is this thought truly factual? Is this thought actually helping me move forward? If the answer is no, then toss it aside. Don't argue with it, don't entertain it, don't give it any more of your precious energy. Replace it. Replace it with something useful, something strong, something that moves you decisively toward your aspirations. See, lasting success isn't a fluke of luck. It's a direct result of profound mental control. It's the ability to stay locked in when others lose focus, to keep your energy strong when everyone else is drained, to think with crystalline clarity when life gets messy and chaotic. That's what truly sets people apart. Not who they know, not what school they went to, but how they think, how they respond to pressure, how they stay grounded in their purpose every single day. Every day, your mind will offer you a dozen doors to walk through. One door leads to your goals, your deepest values, your true potential. The others lead to worry, anger, regret, or endless distraction. Which one are you choosing? You are the one in charge. You are the one who has to say, no, not today. Today, I'm focused. Today, I'm disciplined. Today, I'm in control. And when you learn to command your mind like that, everything changes. You stop merely reacting and start deliberately responding. You stop overthinking and start powerfully doing. You stop wasting time and start earnestly building. You stop doubting and start profoundly believing. That's what mental control gives you. It gives you your power back. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, start here. If you're tired of feeling scattered, start here. If you want to feel strong again, start here. Stop chasing useless thoughts. They've taken enough of your time, enough of your energy, enough of your life. Now it's your turn to take over. Your turn to lead your mind. Your turn to build the life you know you're capable of. Start with one thought, then another, and don't stop. That's how you win. That's how you grow. That's how you succeed. Principle 2. Force your brain to stay on what matters. If you want to reach enduring success, you've got to do something most people never learn to do. You've got to train your brain to stay on what matters. Not once in a while, not just when it's easy, but every single day, with the unwavering commitment of a sculptor chiseling away at stone. The truth is, most people allow their brains to run loose, unbridled and undirected. They start the day with good intentions, perhaps a clear goal in mind, but then something small grabs their attention and their focus is gone. One message notification, one fleeting worry, one minor distraction, and their mind is pulled. Then another thing pulls them. And before they know it, their time, their energy, their entire focus is scattered like dust in the wind. This is precisely how people waste years without even realizing it. They're busy, constantly in motion, but they're not truly productive. They're thinking all day, but not about anything that actually moves them forward, not about anything that builds momentum toward their most cherished goals. It's like rowing a boat vigorously, but without a clear destination, simply circling in place, expending immense effort for no real progress. So, if you're truly serious about transforming your life, you've got to make a profound, non-negotiable decision. From this moment forward, I will relentlessly train my mind to stay on what truly matters. That's not easy at first. It takes immense effort, it demands constant attention, but if you don't do it, your brain will perpetually drift to whatever is easiest, to whatever offers the quickest burst of stimulation, not to what's truly important or beneficial for your long-term growth. There's a fundamental reason why some people make swift progress and achieve remarkable feats, while others remain stuck in the same place, year after year. The difference is not superior intelligence, it's not some mystical stroke of luck. It is focus. It is the unwavering ability to stay locked in on what counts, the disciplined ability to say a firm no to the small, urgent, yet ultimately trivial things, and an emphatic yes to the right, important, and meaningful things. That's what profoundly separates those who move ahead from those who remain confused, overwhelmed, and perpetually spinning their wheels. You have to understand something very clearly. Your brain is a magnificent tool, a finely tuned instrument. And like any tool, it responds to patterns and consistent training. If you habitually train it to switch tasks every 5 minutes, to flit from one stimulus to the next, it will continue to do precisely that, becoming addicted to fragmentation. If you consistently feed it shallow, sensational content all day, it will become accustomed to that rapid, superficial pace, losing its capacity for deep thought. But if you rigorously train it to stay still, to remain calm, to dwell on one thing for an extended period, it will listen, it will adapt, and it will obey. However, this profound shift doesn't happen by accident. You have to take deliberate control. That means you have to proactively decide what truly deserves your attention and what absolutely doesn't. Start by asking yourself one powerful question. What really matters right now? Not what's urgent, not what's loud, not what's demanding your immediate reaction, but what truly matters in the grand scheme of your life. What actually moves your life forward? What's going to help you become the person you aspire to be? What's going to bring authentic progress, not just endless, aimless activity? And once you find that answer, you must stay there. You don't move. You give it your full, undivided attention like a dedicated scholar poring over a sacred text. You don't let your brain escape the moment just because something else, something seemingly more comfortable or entertaining, shows up. That's how you build profound mental strength. That's how you cultivate enduring success. You've got to stop letting your brain chase things that don't serve you. It'll try, relentlessly. It'll offer you an easier option, a tempting diversion. It'll pull you toward instant gratification and comfort, like a child reaching for candy. But you've got to be the one who says a firm, decisive no. You've got to be the one who determines what gets your mind's invaluable focus and what doesn't. You simply cannot give everything your attention and expect to get strong, meaningful results. You've got to narrow your focus like a skilled hunter aiming for a single target. You've got to choose what truly matters and then train your brain to return to it over and over, no matter what external or internal noise arises. When your brain wants to scroll aimlessly, remind it what's important. When it wants to drift, gently but firmly bring it back. When it wants to jump to the next shiny thing, pause. This is where most people give up. They assume focused work should feel easy, effortless. But success rarely feels easy, and staying focused certainly doesn't feel natural at first, especially in a world constantly offering new things to look at, to worry about, to react to. But if you can resist that incessant pull, if you can stay centered on what truly matters, you'll start building something incredibly strong inside you. A profound, calm power, a crystal clear sense of direction. And once you start practicing this every day, you'll notice something remarkable. Your energy improves, your mood elevates, your confidence rises. Because instead of being pulled in 20 different directions, you're rooted in purpose. You're not jumping from one meaningless thing to the next. You're not wasting your day on mental noise. You're focused. You're building something substantial. You're moving forward with intention. And don't just wait until things get quiet to practice this. Do it in the chaos. Train your mind to stay on track, even when the world is loud, when people are calling for your attention, when problems seem to be mounting. That's when mental control matters the most. Anyone can focus when life is calm, serene, and predictable. But real strength is built when you can hold your focus firmly under immense pressure. It's also crucial to know your triggers. What consistently breaks your focus? What habitually pulls you away from what matters? Is it your phone, constantly buzzing for your attention? Is it an underlying fear, whispering doubts? Is it the insidious habit of comparing yourself to others? Whatever it is, be brutally honest about it. Don't ignore it. Face it head on. If your phone is the problem, put it in another room while you work or set strict time limits. If it's fear, write down what you're afraid of and challenge it with objective facts and logic. If it's other people's lives, stop looking outward and start living your own with fierce intention. You simply cannot afford to keep giving your mind away to things that don't help you grow, that don't serve your highest purpose. One of the best things you can do is create a structured routine that actively helps your brain stay on track. Give it clarity, give it structure. Start your day by reviewing what matters most. Set one goal, not 10, just one, and dedicate your best energy to achieving that. If your mind drifts, gently bring it back. If you get interrupted, return quickly to your task. Don't beat yourself up for momentary lapses, just return over and over. That's how focus is built, not by unattainable perfection, but by consistent, gentle return. And importantly, give your mind time to rest. This isn't about being rigid and relentlessly focused all day. It's about knowing when to concentrate and when to allow for recovery. A rested brain is a focused brain, so don't burn yourself out trying to force clarity. Take breaks, step back, but always return to what matters when it's time to refocus. You also need to fiercely protect your focus from emotional overload. Some days, emotions will try to hijack your inner landscape. You'll feel waves of frustration, anxiety, or doubt. And if you allow those emotions to completely control your focus, they'll hijack your entire day, pulling you into their turbulent current. So when those powerful emotions rise, pause. Don't react immediately. Just sit with them, acknowledge their presence without judgment, breathe deeply. Then, ask yourself with stoic detachment, does this emotion right now help me move forward towards my purpose? If not, choose a different response. Choose to return to what matters, even when your feelings are loud and demanding. Train your brain to work for you, not against you. Teach it that true success requires unwavering focus. Teach it that what truly matters comes first, always. And when you do this enough consistently and patiently, you'll start to notice that the distractions lose their power. They don't pull you as easily. The temptations don't control you the way they used to. You've built a stronger mind, a clearer mind, a truly focused mind. And with that kind of mind, success is no longer a distant dream. It's something you actively create, one disciplined thought at a time, one intentional choice at a time, one purposeful day at a time. That's how you win. You win by staying on what matters long enough to let it grow. You win by refusing to chase what doesn't serve you. You win by showing up fully every single day with a focused mind and a clear direction. And once your brain truly understands that it works for you, not the other way around, everything begins to change. Your time becomes more effective, your decisions become sharper, your results become profoundly better, because now you're not just living, you're building. You're becoming someone who leads their life with strength, not noise, with clarity, not confusion, with focus, not chaos. And that's the kind of mind that true, lasting success belongs to. Principle 3. Decide what to think and never drift again. If you want to build a truly strong life, one anchored in purpose and resilience, you have to start with this fundamental act. Decide what to think. This sounds deceptively simple, yet most people never truly commit to it. They let their minds go wherever they want, without direction, like a ship without a rudder simply drifting on the open sea. One minute they're thinking about their grand dreams and aspirations. The next minute they're stuck in the mire of doubt, dwelling on past regrets or consumed by anxieties about the future. The mind is always active, always moving, a constant stream of consciousness. But if you don't lead it, if you don't give it a clear destination, it won't go anywhere good. It will endlessly churn, often creating its own problems just to stay busy. The moment you stop consciously deciding what to think, your mind begins to drift, subtly at first, then more rapidly. And drifting, my friends, leads inevitably to confusion. It leads to delay, as you procrastinate on important tasks because your mental energy is scattered. It leads to weakness, as your resolve erodes from constant indecision and distraction. You lose control of your time, your mood, your precious energy, and eventually the trajectory of your entire life. What truly separates people who succeed from those who don't is not always superior talent or abundant opportunity. It is, more often than not, how they think. Successful individuals make a deliberate decision about their thinking. They know with unwavering clarity what thoughts they will allow into their inner sanctuary and what thoughts they will firmly reject, like a vigilant guard protecting a fortress. They don't leave it to chance. They don't leave it to ingrained habit. They wake up each day and choose. They remind themselves daily, "This is how I think. This is where my mind goes. This is what I focus on, regardless of external circumstances." This isn't some mystical ability. It's discipline, forged through consistent, intentional effort. And anyone can build that strength if they are willing to commit to the work. If you want to stop drifting, the very first thing you have to do is take absolute responsibility for your thoughts. No one else is going to do it for you. Life will throw endless distractions your way. People will offer their unsolicited opinions. Problems will inevitably arise. But you are the one, and the only one, in charge of what you focus on. You decide if you want to think about growth and possibility or about defeat and limitation. You decide if you want to dwell on what's wrong or actively work on what's possible. It starts with this profound sense of ownership. It starts with knowing that every single thought you choose, every idea you entertain, either builds you up, strengthens your resolve, and moves you forward, or it breaks you down, saps your energy, and holds you back. Your mind becomes whatever you allow it to focus on repeatedly. If you habitually allow it to return to worry, to fear, to anxiety, it becomes fearful, timid, and hesitant. If you allow it to endlessly focus on setbacks and past failures, it becomes hesitant, paralyzed by self-doubt. If you allow it to feed off negativity, gossip, and complaints, it becomes bitter and cynical. But if you take conscious control and begin consistently choosing thoughts that build belief, cultivate courage, and provide clear direction, everything begins to profoundly shift. Your actions become stronger, more decisive. Your mood improves dramatically. Your momentum returns, propelling you forward with newfound energy. This is where most people miss it. They don't even realize they're drifting. They assume that because they're thinking, they're moving forward. But thinking without intention is like walking in circles. It tires you out, exhausts your mental energy, but ultimately gets you nowhere. You have to give your thinking a clear, compelling purpose. You have to say, "This is what I want to build today." And then you train your thoughts relentlessly, patiently, to follow that purpose over and over again. Your brain learns through repetition. The more you consciously focus on what matters, the more natural and automatic it becomes. This isn't just willpower, it's profound mental training. There will always be noise in the world, and your mind will always offer you reasons to stop, to fear, to complain. You'll get constant reminders of past failures. You'll hear the insidious whispers of your doubts. You'll feel pressure from external expectations. That's all part of the human experience. But the crucial difference is that you don't have to accept every thought that shows up. Just because an idea is in your head doesn't mean it's true or helpful or even relevant. You don't have to give your precious attention to everything your brain produces. You can observe the thought, acknowledge its presence without judgment, and then make a deliberate choice. Does this thought help me move forward? Does it align with my purpose? If not, let it go. Don't argue with it. Don't entertain it. Simply replace it with something useful, something strong, something real and actionable. If you want to truly lead your mind, give it something concrete to work with. Don't let it guess. Don't let it search for problems just to stay busy and entertained. You need clarity. That means you need a clear vision. You need to know what kind of person you're striving to become, what kind of life you want to create. Once you decide that, filter every incoming thought through that powerful lens. Ask, does this thought match the person I'm becoming? Does this thought serve the life I'm building? If not, it doesn't belong. You've got to protect your thinking like you protect your future, because your thoughts shape everything. Drifting happens when you stop choosing. It happens when you are passive, when you let your environment think for you, when you allow social media, external fears, or other people's drama to indiscriminately direct your thoughts. You don't have to follow every noise around you. You don't have to believe every opinion presented. You can step back, pause, and think for yourself, critically and intentionally. That's where true power comes from. Not from reacting, but from deliberately choosing. You decide what you think. You decide what you believe. You decide what you give your invaluable energy to. One of the best things you can do is create dedicated daily thinking time. Even just 10 minutes. Sit down with a piece of paper, or simply in quiet contemplation, and ask yourself questions that truly matter. What do I want today to look like? What's the most important thing I need to focus on? What thoughts might be holding me back? Get those answers clear, because when your thoughts are clean, your actions become sharp and precise. But if your thoughts are messy, confused, or cluttered, everything else in your life will inevitably be messy too. Another powerful way to take control is to pay meticulous attention to your environment. Who are you listening to? What are you watching? What kind of energy are you consistently surrounded by every day? Because all of that directly feeds your mind, shaping its patterns. If you're constantly surrounded by noise, negativity, or triviality, your thinking becomes scattered and reactive. If you're constantly consuming drama, your thoughts become agitated and easily provoked. Be intentional. You don't necessarily need more input, you need better input. Choose what you let into your mental space with great discernment. Your mental space is limited and precious. Don't waste it on what diminishes you. Success requires clear thinking, and clear thinking requires unwavering attention. You can't keep living on autopilot and expect great results. You've got to pull your mind out of the fog and get serious about its direction. Ask yourself, what am I truly doing with my mental energy? Am I wasting it on things that don't matter? Am I repeating thoughts that slow me down and drain my spirit? And if the honest answer is yes, then make the immediate shift. Start choosing thoughts that actively help you grow. Start building a mindset that works for you, not against you. This isn't about being perfect. You'll have off days, moments where the old, unhelpful thoughts creep back in. But the point is to return, to notice the drift, and to consciously return to your chosen focus. That's where enduring strength comes from. You notice the drift, and you return to focus. You notice the fear, and you return to courage. You notice the doubt, and you return to belief. That's how you build profound mental control, not by avoiding struggle, but by mastering your consistent return to your chosen path. And don't expect everyone around you to understand this work. Most people aren't doing this deep, intentional mental cultivation. Most people don't even realize how often they drift, how much their minds control them rather than the other way around. But you're not most people. You're someone who's choosing to think on purpose, to live with clarity, to lead with intention, and that will profoundly set you apart, not just in your results, but in how you carry yourself. You'll be calmer, sharper, more confident, not because life has suddenly become easier, but because your mind has become infinitely stronger. That strength is available to you right now. It's not locked behind some exclusive program. It's not only for the naturally disciplined. It's for anyone willing to take full, radical control of their thoughts and build from there. You don't have to drift aimlessly through your days. You don't have to keep repeating the same self-defeating patterns. You don't have to let your mind lead you into confusion and frustration. You have the inherent power to choose a new path, a new way of thinking. And once you do, everything truly starts to change, one deliberate thought at a time, one intentional decision at a time. That's how you take your mind back, and that's how you build a life that actually works, a life of true purpose and profound peace. Principle 4. Reset your mind every morning with full intention. Every single day, as you awaken, your mind stands at a crucial crossroads. You either take resolute control of it, or it will inevitably take control of you. The way you begin your morning holds more power over your entire day than most people fully grasp. What you think in those initial sacred moments, what you focus on, what you tell yourself, it sets the unwavering direction for your mindset, your behavior, and your eventual results. It's like setting the sails of a ship at dawn. That early decision determines its course for the entire journey. This is precisely why you need to reset your mind every single morning with full intention. You simply cannot just roll out of bed, still half asleep and unfocused, and passively hope for the day to unfold favorably. You have to actively decide what kind of day you are going to create, and that profound commitment commences with the deliberate training of your thinking, the very instant your eyes open. You see, your mind doesn't start blank each morning. It starts precisely where you left it the night before. If you retired to bed stressed, worried, or discouraged, your brain will dutifully carry that emotional and mental baggage into the next day, coloring every perception, every interaction, unless you consciously, deliberately interrupt it. That's why a daily mental reset is not merely beneficial, it is absolutely necessary. It's not automatic. It's something you do on purpose, not just once in a while when things feel difficult, but every single day without exception. This is how you seize control before the world, with its myriad demands and distractions, even gets a chance to influence you. This is how you remain profoundly centered, like the eye of a hurricane, no matter what tumultuous events happen around you. When you wake up, your absolute first task isn't checking your phone for messages. It isn't scrolling through news feeds. It isn't immediately thinking about yesterday's problems or tomorrow's anxieties. Your first sacred task is to pause, to breathe deeply, to think with crystalline clarity about who you are and where you are going. Remind yourself of what truly matters, not every single thing on your to-do list, but just the few core principles and priorities that actually move your life forward, the things you've decided are truly worth your invaluable energy. Because if you don't perform this intentional reset, your brain, left to its own devices, will immediately chase whatever shows up first. It will drift aimlessly. It might panic over trivialities, or it will fall back into the same worn mental habits that have kept you stuck in the past. But when you reset with full intention, everything changes. You give your mind a fresh, clean start. You consciously remove the mental noise. You tell yourself the unwavering truth about your purpose and your values. You begin from a place of profound clarity instead of lingering confusion. And that one conscious choice, made in the quiet moments of dawn, can powerfully shape your focus, your attitude, your effort, and your confidence for the entire day. That's how powerful your morning mindset truly is. You don't need an hour to do this. You just need to be fully present, fully intentional. Give yourself a few dedicated minutes. Sit up, breathe deeply, think clearly. Ask yourself profound questions. What kind of person do I want to be today? What actions will genuinely reflect that person? What distractions need to be utterly ignored so I can maintain my focus? This is how you reset, by proactively deciding your direction instead of passively reacting to everything around you. You become proactive instead of passive. You live with purpose instead of being driven by relentless pressure. Most people, sadly, begin the day already behind. They start rushed. They start distracted. They start burdened by thoughts they didn't choose, by anxieties they inherited from the night before. And by the time the day truly gets moving, they've already lost control of their mind, allowing it to dictate their experience. That's why they feel scattered. That's why they lose focus so easily, because they never stopped to take ownership of their mindset before the world demanded their attention. If you want to break that insidious cycle, the answer is simple. Don't start the day by reacting. Start by deciding. Reset your mind deliberately. Wipe away the noise. Clear out the mental clutter. You are not the same person you were yesterday. Today is new. Today, you get another profound chance to live with strength, with direction, with unwavering purpose. But you only get that chance if you actively take it. And taking it means slowing down, even for just a few moments, and consciously choosing how you want to think, how you want to show up. It's easy to overlook this seemingly small step. It's easy to tell yourself that you're too busy or too tired or that it's not really that important. But if you skip this vital mental preparation, you lose your edge. You lose your inner control. And once that foundation is gone, everything gets harder. Your decisions aren't as sharp. Your reactions aren't as calm. Your work isn't as strong or as focused. You start depending on external circumstances to feel good or to maintain your composure. But when you intentionally reset your mind early in the morning, you carry an immense inner strength with you throughout the day. You don't need everything to be perfect around you. You don't need the world to agree with you. You've already made your profound choice on how to think, how to act, and what to focus on. This is about building a new, higher standard for how you show up, not just physically, but more importantly, mentally. The daily reset is your vital preparation. It's your way of declaring, I'm not going to let yesterday control today. I'm not going to let external pressure make my choices. I'm not going to let worry speak louder than my deepest purpose. I am in charge. I am leading this mind. And I'm starting now. There's something incredibly powerful about beginning your day with that level of intention and conviction. You walk differently. You speak with more clarity. You become more deeply focused on what truly needs to be done. And when distractions show up, you don't blindly follow them. When stress appears, you don't panic. Why? Because your mind is already grounded. It's not frantically looking for direction. You gave it a clear, unwavering one the moment your day began. Some people might think this takes constant motivation, but it's not truly about motivation, which comes and goes like the tide. It's about responsibility. Motivation is fleeting. Responsibility stays. When you make it your unshakable job to guide your own mind, you stop waiting for the right mood to strike. You stop hoping for a better day. You start making better days by consistently building better mornings. And those mornings always begin with a profound mental reset. You can't wait for peace to find you. You create peace by ensuring your thoughts consistently serve your highest purpose. That's what the reset is. It's not just about thinking good thoughts. It's about clearing the mental space for discipline, for unwavering commitment, for decisions that are logical, ethical, and aligned with your values. That's how you stop merely reacting and start taking your time, your energy, and your life back. That's how you get truly serious about the magnificent life you are diligently building. And this isn't something you do only when life is hard. You do it every single day, especially when things are going well. Because if you only reset when you feel stuck or overwhelmed, you're not consistent. And inconsistency breeds confusion and weakness. But if you reset every morning without fail, you create profound stability. You build an internal structure. You give yourself a mindset that can handle pressure, absorb setbacks, and embrace responsibility without collapsing. If you truly want lasting success, this has to become a daily, non-negotiable discipline. You don't just wake up and hope your mind behaves itself. You shape it, you guide it, you return it to what matters. You remind yourself of who you are and what you're truly after. You don't let the past control the present. You don't let outside noise drown out your inner values and wisdom. That's what it means to lead yourself. This is something you consciously build. It gets stronger with every practice. The more you do it, the faster your brain learns to effortlessly follow your direction. You'll notice you get distracted less. You handle stress better. You stay focused longer. And it's not because the world magically changed. It's because you profoundly changed how you enter the day. If there's one habit you build this year, let it be this one. Start every morning by taking your mind back. Before you do anything else, make sure your thoughts are aligned with the life you're building. Make sure your energy is moving in the right direction. Don't leave your mind open to anything and everything. Fill it intentionally with what truly matters. Set your focus early. Speak with purpose. Move with clarity. You can't control everything that happens today, but you can absolutely control how you show up for it. And that begins the very moment you wake up. So, reset. Reset with full, unyielding intention. And then, carry that powerful, grounded mindset with you into every hour of your day. That's how strong days are made. That's how clear minds are built. That's how real, lasting success profoundly begins. Principle 5. Control your focus when life tries to distract you. Every single day, life, in its relentless and often unpredictable nature, brings forth a myriad of distractions. Some are loud and jarring, like a sudden alarm, demanding your immediate attention. Others are subtle, insidious whispers that slowly, almost imperceptibly, pull your focus away. But regardless of their form, they all share one singular destructive goal: to pull your invaluable attention away from what truly matters, from your purpose, from your goals. They don't ask for permission, they simply appear. One fleeting thought leads to another. A single message notification turns into endless, mindless scrolling. A casual complaint from someone else subtly becomes your own emotional burden. And before you know it, your mind is no longer anchored to your work, your most important goals, or your chosen life direction. It's entangled, completely wrapped up in things that have absolutely nothing to do with where you want to go, with the person you aspire to become. This is precisely why you have to build the profound ability to control your focus when life relentlessly tries to distract you. Focus isn't some elusive treasure you stumble upon. It's something you fiercely protect, like a dragon guarding its hoard. It's not about passively waiting for the perfect, tranquil environment to materialize around you. It's about actively creating a mental space within yourself where you and you alone decide what truly matters, and then relentlessly blocking out everything else that doesn't serve that purpose. That decision has to be firm, unyielding, like an iron gate. Because if you're not firm, the incessant noise of the world, the internal chatter, the demands of others will always win, always pulling you off course. There's no shortage of things ready and eager to steal your attention, but they only succeed when you consciously allow them in. You have to recognize the pattern, the cunning strategy of distractions. They aren't random occurrences. They tend to emerge most powerfully when your guard is down, when you're tired, when you're bored, when you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed. That's precisely when your brain, in its natural inclination toward comfort and ease, looks for something simpler, something more comfortable, something that offers a momentary sense of relief. But that relief, unchecked and unexamined, can very easily become a dangerous trap. Because once you follow that path of least resistance, once you give in to that momentary pull, it quickly becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it becomes your normal, your default mode of operation. That's how people subtly drift away from progress, from their true potential, without even realizing the silent erosion taking place. They don't make one big, catastrophic bad decision. They just let their focus slip a little bit, day after day, until they find themselves miles off course. The profound power to stay focused in the middle of chaos, amidst the swirling winds of uncertainty and distraction, is what truly separates people who achieve great things from those who endlessly keep starting over. It's the foundational skill that allows you to stay consistent, to maintain your momentum when everything around you screams for your urgent, scattered attention. And here's the often uncomfortable truth. Most of what distracts you isn't actually important. It just feels urgent. It feels like it needs your immediate attention right now. But the question isn't whether it's loud or demanding. The critical question is whether it deserves your invaluable energy, your finite mental bandwidth. You cannot possibly give your focused attention to everything and expect strong, meaningful results. Your focus is limited, your time is limited, your energy is limited. So, if you truly want to build something significant, something lasting and meaningful, you've got to become profoundly more selective. You've got to learn to say no more often, firmly and unapologetically. You've got to protect your focus as if it were the most valuable resource you possess, because it is. Without focused attention, your talents don't truly matter. Your motivation won't last beyond the initial spark, and your goals will remain perpetually unfinished. Focus is the magical alchemy that transforms plans into concrete action, and consistent action into undeniable progress. And focus isn't about rigidly staring at one thing for hours on end, straining your eyes and your mind. It's about keeping your mind precisely where it needs to be. It's about noticing with a detached awareness when your thoughts begin to drift, when your attention starts to waver, and then, without hesitation or self-reproach, gently yet firmly bringing them back to your chosen priority. That's the core of the practice. That's where the strength is built. It's not that distractions won't come. They will, like uninvited guests at a party. But your job is to recognize them early, to acknowledge their presence, and then to swiftly, calmly return to your priority. The faster you return, the stronger you become, like a muscle that grows with consistent exertion. Most people waste an astonishing amount of time simply because they don't even realize they've been distracted. They get pulled into conversations that don't matter. They chase opinions that don't serve their growth. They react emotionally to problems that don't require their direct involvement. And by the end of the day, they're utterly exhausted, not from productive work, but from scattered thinking, from misplaced focus, from a constant internal battle against their own undisciplined minds. That kind of life will wear you down. It will keep you busy, but tragically ineffective. You'll feel like you're doing everything, yet paradoxically going nowhere. If you want to break that debilitating cycle, start by building an acute awareness. Watch where your mind goes throughout the day. Notice the moments when you lose track of what you were doing, when your attention is hijacked. Write them down if you have to. Create a simple log of your mental diversions. Be honest about what truly pulls you away. Is it the constant ping of notifications? Is it the fear of missing out? Is it a compulsion to check social media every few minutes? Identify these triggers. If your phone is the primary culprit, implement strict boundaries. Put it in another room while you work. Use Do Not Disturb modes or schedule specific times for checking. If it's internal anxieties, employ Stoic journaling. Write down what you're afraid of and then logically challenge those fears, separating what's within your control from what isn't. Furthermore, cultivate an environment of focus. Remove visual and auditory clutter. Dedicate a specific workspace where distractions are minimized. Inform those around you of your need for uninterrupted time. Create rituals that signal to your brain that it's time to focus, whether it's a specific type of music, a cup of tea, or a moment of deep breathing. These small, consistent actions build powerful mental pathways. Finally, remember that mental resilience is a daily exercise. You won't achieve perfect, unwavering focus overnight. There will be days when your mind feels like a wild animal, resistant to your command. But the key is persistence, consistency, and self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up for a momentary lapse. Simply acknowledge the distraction. Gently guide your focus back and continue. Each act of returning, each moment you choose clarity over chaos, strengthens your mental muscle. It's not about being flawless, it's about being relentlessly committed to the process. By continually practicing this control over your focus, you build an inner strength that will serve you not just in moments of work, but in every aspect of your life, allowing you to navigate its complexities with profound calm, unwavering purpose, and a mind that is truly your greatest tool for success. Đưa vào yêu cầu của bạn, đây là phần climax, key moment được mở rộng, đặt tên hấp dẫn và tuân thủ độ dài cũng như thông dòng đã định. The unyielding core, your mind unshackled. See, success isn't merely a fleeting stroke of luck or the fortunate alignment of external circumstances. It is, at its deepest core, the profound outcome of mental control. It is the unwavering ability to stay locked in on your purpose when others around you lose focus, their attention scattered like leaves in a gale. It is the unyielding capacity to keep your inner energy strong and vibrant, a steady flame even when everyone else is drained, their spirits flagging. It is the clarity of mind, the sheer intellectual precision to think with crystalline clarity even when life gets messy, complicated, and overwhelmingly chaotic. That, my friends, is what truly sets people apart. Not who they know, not what prestigious school they attended, not even the inherent talents they were born with. No, it is fundamentally about how they think, how they respond to the relentless pressures and unforeseen setbacks, and how they stay grounded in their chosen path every single day, come what may. Imagine your life as a grand journey, a vast expedition across varied terrain. Every morning, as you stand at the threshold of a new day, your mind will present you with a dozen different doors, each tempting, each whispering its own promise or fear. One door, perhaps narrow and less obvious, leads directly to your highest goals, your deepest values, your true, unblemished potential. The others, often wider and more inviting, lead to worry, to simmering anger, to lingering regret over past mistakes, or to endless, captivating distraction. These doors are always there, always beckoning. Which one will you choose to walk through? This pivotal choice is where your true power resides. You, and only you, are the one in charge of this profound decision. You are the one who possesses the sovereign authority to declare with unwavering conviction, no, not today, not this path of distraction, not this road of self-doubt. Today I am focused. Today I am disciplined. Today I am absolutely in control of my mind, my reactions, and my direction. This declaration isn't just an affirmation. It's an act of profound self-leadership, a deliberate reclaiming of your sovereignty. And when you learn to command your mind like that, when you wield this inner authority with consistency and grace, everything, truly everything, begins to transform. You stop merely reacting to the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune like a helpless bystander caught in a storm. Instead, you begin to respond deliberately, thoughtfully, and strategically, choosing your actions with wisdom and foresight. You cease the exhausting, unproductive cycle of overthinking, of endless rumination, and instead you start powerfully doing, putting one foot in front of the other, taking tangible steps toward your aspirations. You stop wasting precious time and energy on mental noise and external trivialities, and instead you start earnestly building skills, building relationships, building momentum, building the life you deeply desire. You stop perpetually doubting your capabilities, your worth, your path, and instead you start profoundly believing in your capacity to overcome, to grow, to achieve. That, my friends, is the profound gift mental control bestows upon you. It gives you your power back, the power to navigate life's complexities with an inner calm, the power to choose your emotional state regardless of circumstances, the power to direct your energy where it truly counts. It liberates you from being a slave to impulse, to fear, to the opinions of others. It anchors you in your own truth, your own purpose, your own indomitable will. It is the realization that true freedom isn't found in a world without challenges, but in a mind unburdened by unnecessary suffering. This is the key moment in your journey. This is where you shift from being a passenger in your own life to becoming the conscious, capable pilot. It's the moment you realize that the external world holds no true power over your inner peace or your ultimate success unless you grant it that power. It is the moment you understand that your mind, once a chaotic adversary, can become your most loyal and potent ally, a wellspring of strength, clarity, and unwavering purpose. This understanding doesn't just change your actions, it changes who you are. It changes the very fabric of your being, transforming you into an individual who leads their life with strength, not noise, with clarity, not confusion, with focus, not chaos. This unyielding core of mental mastery is where true, lasting success, peace, and fulfillment profoundly reside. Conclusion. So, if you are weary of feeling stuck, trapped in patterns of procrastination and doubt, know this: your liberation begins here, with the deliberate cultivation of your mind. If you are tired of feeling scattered, your energy dissipated across 1,000 trivialities, then this is your starting point. If you yearn, with a deep and quiet intensity, to feel strong again, truly strong, resilient, and in command of your inner world, then begin this journey with unwavering commitment. Stop chasing useless thoughts. They are like shadows, endlessly flitting, drawing your attention without offering any substance. They have already taken enough of your precious time, enough of your vital energy, enough of the irreplaceable moments of your life. This isn't just about fleeting minutes, it's about the cumulative weight of wasted potential, of days lived on autopilot. Now, the time has come for a profound shift. It is your turn to take over, to reclaim what has been lost. It is your turn to lead your mind, not as a harsh dictator, but as a wise and benevolent guide, steering it with purpose and clarity. It is your turn to meticulously build the magnificent life you know, deep down, you are capable of creating. A life defined by intention, inner peace, and meaningful achievement. This transformation doesn't demand grand, instantaneous leaps. It begins with the smallest, yet most powerful unit of change. One thought, then another, then another. It's a continuous, deliberate process, like weaving a strong, beautiful tapestry, thread by thread. And here's the crucial part. Don't stop. Don't relent in your commitment to conscious thought, to intentional focus, to unwavering mental discipline. Each conscious choice you make to redirect your mind, to challenge a negative thought, to return to your purpose, builds an unshakable foundation within you. That is how you win this profound inner battle. That is how you grow, not just in external accomplishments, but in inner strength and wisdom. That is how you truly succeed, by mastering the most powerful tool you possess, your mind. The Stoics understood that life's greatest rewards are reserved not for those who avoid challenges, but for those who master their response to them, primarily through the disciplined control of their own thoughts. Embrace this timeless wisdom and watch as your world, both inner and outer, transforms. As we bring this journey to a close, remember, the path to mastering your mind is a continuous one, rich with discovery and profound growth. What we've explored today is just the beginning of a deeper dive into the timeless wisdom that can transform your life. Your mind, once an unyielding adversary, can truly become your most powerful ally, guiding you toward a life of purpose, peace, and unparalleled strength. If the insights shared in this video resonated with you, if they sparked a flicker of recognition, or ignited a desire for deeper understanding within your own pursuit of clarity and resilience, then I sincerely invite you to continue this vital exploration with us. Our The Stoic Philosophy YouTube channel is a growing sanctuary dedicated to sharing these ancient yet incredibly relevant principles for modern living. We have many more videos designed to equip you with practical tools, profound perspectives, and actionable strategies to strengthen your mental fortitude, find calm amidst chaos, and build a life of genuine fulfillment. To ensure you don't miss any of our upcoming lessons, any new pathways to inner mastery, please take a moment right now to subscribe to the Stoic Philosophy channel. Hit that subscribe button and perhaps even the notification bell so you're always informed when new content is released. By joining our community, you're not just subscribing to a channel, you're committing to a journey of self-improvement and wisdom. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for dedicating your valuable time to watching this video and investing in your own mental well-being. May your days be filled with clarity, your spirit with resilience, and your mind with the profound peace that comes from truly being in control. We look forward to continuing this journey with you.
Thank you for watching this video here on the Stoic Philosophy. If you found value in this, I invite you to explore more videos on the channel. There's so much more wisdom to uncover. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next one. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.